Fitness. Today I am working out from home, and part of that's because I'm really busy with work and some other stuff got going on. I don't have time to make it to the gym. The other part of it is because I wanted to show you guys that you can make something happen literally anywhere. I keep all this stuff tucked away nice and neat, but when I need to, I pull it out and I have my own little gym and some tools to play with. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, the first thing that we're going to talk about is squats. Squats is what's called a bend and a lift pattern. We're going to bend our ankles, knees, and hips to lift or move weight from a high to a low position or a low to a high position with a lot of stability. It's a lot of control. So we place our feet shoulder width apart, approximately, with the toes in a forward direction. They can cant out a little bit to the side. We don't want it to go too much. And then I'm going to make sure that my chest is up, my head is up, my back is straight, and I'm going to push my hips towards the floor. Now while I'm doing this, one of the things that I'm also doing is I'm making sure that my knees are driving out. The reason why I'm doing that is because if I let my knees go in line with my toes, my weight goes too far back and I lose my balance. Just by changing that angle of that leg, pushing the knee out to the side, I bring my hips closer to my feet and I stay more stable. The other reason why I'm pushing out instead of in is because when I push in, it's called valgus, and I potentially can cause some damage to the mess of stuff going on in there, the connective tissue, the ligaments, the attachments, and the bone structure. So I don't want to do that. So it's always knees out, whole foot flat on the floor, bend the ankle, knees, and hips with the chest up, and lower yourself down to the ground with a nice strong posture and come up in a nice straight line. It should be that where if you had your face up against the wall and you were squatting, you could go down and up without headbutting the wall. And here I've got my feet about 6 inches away from the wall itself, down and up, nice and controlled. The next thing that we're going to be talking about is lunging. Lunging is an unstable platform instead of a stable platform, and we are still using the same muscle systems, but we're dealing with a different concept. Instead of thinking about lifting something really heavy, think about balance and control, and that's really where your mindset needs to be in that kind of a space. So there's two ways I recommend lunging. First is a walking lunge, or a reverse lunge. Just going to step back with it, down and up. Now you'll notice the difference in my positioning in my ankles, knees, and hips than the squat is I'm only maintaining a 90-degree bend. So if I'm here and I step back into my reverse lunge position, I'm coming down, I'm wide enough apart with my feet to where my ankle is at a 90 degrees, my knee is at a 90 degrees, and so is my hip. And then going down my back leg, the same thing, the knee, 90, and the ankle at a 90 degree. That's because in a lunge, we don't need to shift our bodies to stabilize by pushing the weight forward and having an exaggerated bend in the ankles and the hips. And we don't need that because it's extra pressure that's just not necessary to activate the muscles. So you're adding extra stress that doesn't necessarily benefit anything. So always make sure that when you're talking about lunging versus squatting, it's 90 degrees. I know sometimes you're tired and you want to bend over to get down into that position, but remember, head up, back straight, 90 at the ankle, 90 at the knee, 90 at the hip. The reason why we only do a walking lunge or a reverse lunge is because a lot of times people, when they do a forward lunge, they'll push back like this, load all that weight on the top side of the leg and cause some damage to the structure. And it will walk you into a knee injury if you're not careful, so we don't want to do that. Remember, with lunging or squatting, only go down as far as you feel you have control. If you need a spotter, get a spotter. Make sure that you're focusing on posture and technique, not reps and weight. And then the last thing is just get it done. Go out and get it done. If you've got legs, you need to be lifting legs. So squats, lunges, deadlifts, all that kind of stuff, they're really important. make sure that the ankle is stable, the knee is stable, and the hip is stable, whether you're squatting or you're lunging. And then adjusting weight that you're using to make sure that those things, those components happen. And that'll help you grow stronger, faster, and not just put a check in a box for a workout. It'll lead to better stuff down the road. So I hope that all this was helpful. Take some time to just pause when you're lifting and say, okay, is my ankles correct? Are my knees correct? Are my hips correct? Is my back straight and correct? Check that posture, check that form, because it really is the most important thing. Thanks for tuning in today.